Hey, what's up guys? So we're here checking out some newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards that just got announced. Coming out in Blazing Vortex, we got some new Eldlich support and they are getting a new fusion monster to go ahead and have at their disposal. Plus on top of that, we recently covered some of the newer chairs and people were wondering if chairs are actually going to become an archetype, and it looks like they are actually going to become an archetype. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the first card that we're going to be taking a look at is the new fusion for the Eldlich. This is El Rey Conquista Eldlich. So this is a light zombie fusion effect. It's level 10 with 3,800 attack and 3,500 defense points. And it requires an Eldlich monster plus one level 5 or higher zombie monster. And it says that you can only use this card's name third effect once per turn. So the first part of it says that this card's name becomes Eldlich the Golden Lord while in the monster zone. The second effect is it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. The third effect is you can do tribute one zombie monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it, but it cannot attack or activate its effects until the end of this turn. But you can still obviously use it for material for link summons or go and use it for pretty much whatever you want. Downside is obviously, yeah, you can't try to go ahead and attack with it. Next up though, this is the 7 Realms of the Golden Land. Here is the zoomed up artwork on this. This is a new continuous spell card that is going to let you fusion for the card. So it says that you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first part of it says during your main phase you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using zombie monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. The second part of it says if a zombie monster or monsters is special summoned by a card effect, you get to target one set card in the spell and trap zone and it cannot be activated this turn. If only it would work against set monsters, then this would have a little bit more potential just because Shadol's just got some new support announced as well. But as far as this goes, this back row destruction isn't really that big of a deal. Like, you can't really utilize it just this turn anyways. It doesn't even destroy it, but I don't know. It's just something that is some newer support for them. But anyways, moving on to some other newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I guess they're kind of supporting burn in rush duels over here. So these cannot be confirmed, but this is more new Yu-Gi-Oh news for, of course, the other rush cards. So again, these ones are unconfirmed over here. This is from the show. But here's one of them. This is the Power of Throne. They actually already announced the chairs being a thing, so this is, I guess, part of them. So anyways, this is a normal trap card. The requirement is when your opponent normal summons a monster level 5 or higher, you get to return one face-up monster 0 attack you control to the owner's hand. The effect is that your opponent draws cards equal to the level of the monster returned to the hand for this effect requirement. Then during this turn, your opponent cannot attack face-up monsters attack 0. I'm guessing they cannot attack the monsters with 0 attack. It's just kind of the translation sometimes. Anyways, next up we have the Gate of Thrones over here. A giant little like orb. Looks kind of reminds me of that Caius orb that he would have. But anyways, normal trap card. The requirement is you can activate when your opponent draws and if you control a face-up monster, 0 attack. The effect is to return one face-up monster your opponent controls to the hand, then your opponent randomly chooses one card from the hand, and if the chosen card is a monster with the same name as the return monster, that monster is special summoned, otherwise inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. This could actually potentially be really good as long as your opponent doesn't go all in, but usually with Rush they go all in anyways. But if they do happen to have multiple cards in their hand like they're saving them, this can be okay. It just lets you kind of burn, and in Rush duels that can be okay, but I don't know how viable this is realistically going to be. But anyways, yeah, going back to chairs. So we already covered these first two cards originally, which was the Throne of Darkness, as well as the Dot, the King of YS, or Dahut, the Dark King of Chairs. Chairs is an actual archetype, but those ones were already announced. But we got some extra cards. First off, these are just vanilla, so we don't have to go over their effects. But Duel Chair Gear is going to be a level 3 Dark Machine normal monster with 1,200 defense. This whole archetype is just all about 0 attack, and I kind of like the idea of having you know, a bunch of monsters with 0 attack. Who knows if this will come out in like the regular Yu-Gi-Oh card variant. Anyways, Duel Chair Bone is going to be a level 1 Dark Zombie normal monster, so 0/0. And then we have the Duel Chair Saber, which is another vanilla 0 attack, 1,400 defense points. And then we have another support for them, which is going to be a normal trap card. Here is the artwork on this. It is called the Collapse Chair, which is a normal trap card that says as its requirement, you can activate when an attack position monster, dark attack 0 you control is destroyed by the attack of an opponent's monster. The effect is destroy all attack position monsters level 8 or lower on the field, then send cards from the top of the decks equal to the number of monsters destroyed by this effect. So it looks like this is a burn / deck out oriented deck, as the other card support let your opponent draw a bunch of cards, but I don't know if that's going to be the greatest thing. But obviously, when you're bouncing back the card, the point is for them to reveal a wrong card, and then they take 1,000 burn damage. I don't know if this deck is going to be that viable, but nonetheless, those are the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it, and let me know your thoughts down below on any of the new things that we talked about. I think most people are actually more excited about the Eldlich finally getting another monster at their disposal over here. But if you are new here, make sure you guys are going to subscribe with the notification bell on, so you guys can be up to date with all of the newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out into the game. And if you guys want to send me any replays of any of the stuff that we mentioned, and feel free to go ahead and do so, as I would like to see some of these Eldlich work. Again, we just got an announcement of new Shadalls. I'll pin that video down below, as you know, that is going to be something that's going to be pretty hype as well. Anyways, thanks for tuning, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video, and I'm signing out. Peace.